Welcome back, Collective. Hope all is well. I trust all is well with you and your loved ones. We're going to look at a message today that could be centered around some type of completion, completing something, whether it be a cycle of change, a season of change. With the Libran energy here with the Taurus, there could be some type of dynamic to things that you have been working on that has finally come into either alignment, sync, some type of resonance. 72 could be significant as far as your year of birth. 27 could also be significant. Both those numbers, you would get the number 9, which again reiterates something being completed. The number 7 also can speak about just the perfection of completion or some type of work that you've been doing. Oh, I've been trying to record this since yesterday, and so we might have some interruptions. We'll see how it goes. With the number 7, it definitely speaks about balance in this specific card as far as the Libra energy. Balance where you're now either cooperating with something or you're allowing something to work with your energy better. If you hear me say partnerships, it's not necessarily speaking about a romantic partnership, but it just speaks about some type of alignment where you are collaborating with another person or you have come into alliance with something that works best or better. Fifth house, Leo energy can speak about things that you hold near and dear to your heart. So things that you are concerned about or that you care about from a standpoint of pleasurable things, like this brings me great joy to work with this person, or this brings me excitement, Aries energy, to come into alignment with this situation. It's connecting your heart back to whatever it is that you're doing. Yep, the solar plexus. Okay, so it's some type of alignment with the heart chakra and the solar plexus. And if you think about the solar plexus, the understanding that I have is it's surrounding your willpower, the willpower to execute, the willpower to even go after something that it motivates you. It's also your drive or your ambition. So this type of alignment could speak about some type of ambitious pursuit, something you've been working towards for some time, and it's finally hitting, or something about the page is turning. Tiger energy could be significant at this time as well. And the deck that I have, the Divine Animal Oracle, it's a number 34, and that also goes to 7. So 34 could be your age. Number 7 could be like the number in your birthday, birth date. So 7 is very prominent. You could be seeing the number synchronicity 777. Okay, and that goes down to 21, right? So number 3, again, that working together, that collaboration. It also could speak about planning, strategizing, 3 of Wands energy, taking some actions that are more supportive in the direction towards either your future goals or towards something that you're wanting to explore. And you could have been waiting for this for some time. Bees could also be significant for you, you could recently seen a few bees, or bees are just been showing up in your life. So everything is speaking to you just to give you some type of either a remembrance or a clue, like, okay, you're on the right path, you're on the right track. Number six, also 666 frequency could be showing up in your life in some capacity. So, because of the work and the focus that you've been putting in towards this situation, it looks like there's going to be reciprocal energy that's coming through at this time. What that might look like, let's say if you've been building something, you might finally start seeing the results of your work or your effort. And that will look like, let's say, if it's a monetary gain, or if it's more crowd or more customers, or let's say grants or funding to launch something, or partners that are investing. Okay, so investors, if it's socially, this could be more social, let's say engagement, like more people showing up for these things that you're putting together in the community. Take that how it resonates, okay? What else? Okay, so we have the jackal out here. It speaks about some type of truth, some type of knowing, some type of clarity. Um, and also, it could be that this alignment is occurring now, or the situation is finally grounding now, because you have accepted the truth of either who you are, or you're showing up in a more authentic way in this dynamic or the situation, which definitely can resonate with a greater number or a larger crowd when you're showing up as yourself. Like, you're not choosing to be anything other than, you are owning yourself, and you're being as truthful as you can in the situation. And usually, what you give or what you put into the situation, that's what's going to come back to you. I would say, yeah, 100-fold, right? So the more that you can just explore the things that makes you happy, the things that causes your heart to really like beat, that passion, and you go after those things, that will be great. Also, this is a way that you can know if something is working for you based on how it's making you feel. So tune into your heart chakra, just tune into your body and see, when you're working with certain people, how does it make you feel? Does it resonate? Does it bring more excitement, or is there a sense of either dread or hesitation, or the energy is just very static? There's a lack of movement or momentum when you're working with a certain situation. That's another sure way of seeing that something is ill aligned, and it's that prompting from spirit, the universe, to help you to maybe flip that page, or maybe look somewhere else, or try something new, something different. Exploration is out here with the Sagittarius, which aligns with the ninth house. So that would be perhaps traveling somewhere, or exploring a new territory, a new city, a new connection, a new business endeavor, things of that nature, or learning about something. So this could be the nudge that this is the season that you can best align with those desires, or whatever is fueling your passion. All right, so before I even did this, which the cards that are sitting out, I started this yesterday. There was some things occurring that I found it difficult to actually sit down and record. And so I left the spread. I just kind of packed it up, but kept the same cards, and sat again to tune in. And to be honest, tuning into the message, it's again, there's a little bit of like, what's the focus? Okay, where do we go from here, perhaps? And that could be what I was sitting in, not fully sure like what's next. So this message could be giving you an inclination of what's next, what you can expect now that you've come into alignment with a situation that resonates with your soul essence. And this is talking about your soul's either longing, desire, or just the truth, the authenticity of who you are, pretty much. Okay. This is something perhaps you've been manifesting. Okay, a certain situation that can ground, that is more stable, that is more advantageous, that meets you where you're at, where you can still be in your truest form and thrive, where you don't have to contort and fit into something that is either pre-packaged, okay, or the pre-consumptions. You don't have to fall into what other people's idea of you are or their perception of you is. You can simply allow them to explore you as you are, evolving into the fullest representation of who you are. So it's talking about some type of evolving or expression that is very authentic and very truthful. It's very vulnerable. It's very honest. Okay, so honesty, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, and integrity, I suppose. Honesty and integrity. So with the Libra, which is the balance energy, number 7 that you see at the far left of your screen where the candle is at, it's right next to the Taurus, which is the bull, right? The horn. Let's see, it says cultivate. So number 2, it speaks about resources, right? And again, I was talking about the things that you hold near and dear or that are valuable to you. They're important. It's important for someone here also to be in something that is more balanced and more stable. Some people can, like, they can rock with the chaos. They can do a lot of things when things are disorganized. That's just how they function. For this read, this energy is for individuals who have a preference to more stable and trusted companionship. I'm getting, and trusted relationships or partnerships. It's like reliable energy. This is someone or something you can depend on, and you can trust that they will do whatever it is that they signed up to do or said they would do. You can count on this situation here. And the Taurus also, that's something that is grounding, right? So earth energy, you could have that in your placement. This is something that you may feel very powerful in the situation, or it makes you feel stronger, or you need this sense of either dependency in the situation or in a partnership to help you feel more certain. Okay, so it's a certainty that builds more confidence in something. Okay, again, Leo energy. All right, let's see. It definitely could be something you've been creating and something that you could have like been reluctant to take a chance on. But for some reason this season it looks like you're allowing yourself to take a chance on this situation, on this adventure, on this path. Aries energy again, that is in alignment with your truest self, okay, and your desires. And so it's aligned actions or intentions that it will produce a grounding effect, something that lands. It's stable. Okay, there's a sense of victory here also, or success, if you want to call it that. Again, this is coming to completion where you can see the materialization of the things you've been building or working towards or collaborating with. What else we want to look at? I would say that I'm feeling like there's maybe a sense of being uncomfortable in something, not being comfortable enough, maybe in your skin. Maybe that was the challenge for someone, not being comfortable. Okay, again, even if you're not comfortable, there is still that encouragement to still move forward in something. This surrounds your happiness. This surrounds things that are going to ignite a sense of maybe new emotional or self-expression. This is talking about having fun. This is talking about entertainment. And I know that we are in Leo season, so that's fitting like for the summer, for whoever that's for. This may require taking a risk also, right? And the reason why I'm saying like not being comfortable, because it may require a certain level of risk taken that maybe someone who's like an earth sign or who's more grounded or stable energy, they weigh the costs more. They don't just jump into things. It's someone that could be meticulous about planning. But the Three of Wands, just Three of Wands, Seven of Pentacles energy, even Three of Pentacles. So very earthy, very practical steps. And with that, like if you're not a risk taker, then it's important to like weigh the options. And so this is someone who likes to do like a pro and con list, or tries to see what is working in the situation. That this is someone that may reassess often or reevaluate. So there's been some type of reevaluation of a certain situation, and it's like the numbers are adding up. It's showing that, okay, this might be the best either opportunity or the best direction to invest the time or the resources in. Again, it's about the resources, and your resource could definitely speak about your time, your energy, and it looks like that's the end goal with the number 7, the Libra, and then the Taurus. The end goal is to be more stable and more balanced in a certain area. Okay. Let's see where, okay, I said I would use those. Okay, I think that's why I'm going to use the other. All right, Aries. Okay, we just talked about Aries as far as taking the direction that best aligns with your truth, right? Who you are, how you're showing up in the situation. But this is also getting the results. And this is interesting because it says resulting from the honesty and strength of, like, so the actions that you take, it has to come from your truth, right? Your truth, your truest desires, okay? And it's also saying that you have the energy that is needed to meet the situation, this challenge, or whatever you might feel uncomfortable about. Or a sense of discomfort rather. Yeah, it's like tomatoes. It's semantics for something regarding how it's spoken, how it's said. You don't have to worry about getting the words correct all the time. It's just, it is what it is. And okay, we don't need to always have it prestigious, like, or precise is the word. Okay, yeah, okay. So Aries energy, that's a fire sign. So we have strong fire signs that came out with Leo and Aries, speaking about leadership, or the first that's going to show up, or the strongest candidate for a situation, or let's say the passion that drives you the most, something like that. Okay, again, it's tying to the heart, something that brings excitement and fun. It could be a hobby that you do, and let's say if it's a hobby that you do, maybe a lot of people don't or can't appreciate that hobby, and so you may not have shown others that this is something that you like. again, this new dynamic or situation is giving you the room to explore your truest desires, okay? And be comfortable in it, like be okay with these things that you hold near and dear to yourself, okay? That's the focus with this. Capricorn energy came out as well, and that's speaking about being able to achieve this new alliance or partnership, or being able to cooperate with something and having success in this business, okay, situation. If it's not business related or romantically tied, it could just speak about your, if it was something relating to your educational pursuits for some people, okay, or someone. All right, so the second chakra, right, disregard the males here. The second chakra, so number 36, that does go to 9. So 9 is speaking again. Second chakra, that talks about your passions, right? Sacral. So yeah, your passion. What drives you? Okay, so it could be that there was something you were putting a lot of effort into that now you are moving away from, and you needed a lot of, let's say, strength or encouragement to move out of something or move away from something. With the second chakra here, second chakra. It's almost like you're being forced to sit in a seat, right? Like to do something that you're uncomfortable doing, but it's important that you do this. This ties to your happiness. Okay, I'm gonna look at observation. There's a card that says observation. I'll show you the bottom of the deck, door to spirit, that came out. What that means, it could simply mean that you, like, there's an opportunity that's presenting. You're being guided by divine source right at this time towards this new, whatever the new is. So it's important for you to pay attention when someone is receptive or they're giving you the same energy that you're giving a situation. That's an indicator that, okay, this could be the one, or this is what I'm looking for. The point is, the situation is going to be very reciprocal, and I'm seeing again the honeybees, the flowers. It's abundant. It's something that you've been doing, that you're just now starting to get your return on. And did I say 76? 76 could be significant as far as your year of birth as well. So yeah, you're getting guided to like, just have courage. Like, have courage. I'm getting the third chakra here on the split. Okay, have courage in this situation, okay? So we have 36, 37, right? We have the will and the passion, okay? Your desires and the actions that you take to move in the direction that aligns with these desires, okay? Oh, and right underneath it, okay, so yeah, you're definitely getting some syncs, some signs. We have the sixth chakra, okay? This is, it says Archangel Metatron number 40. So third eye chakra is here. Third eye chakra is here. So your intuition is speaking to you at this time, and it's helping you to know how to bring these things that you truly desire, how to, like, embrace them first of all, in order to take the actions towards your specific goals, right? The things that you want to materialize. This is going to lead you, this is all talking about happiness, okay? What makes you happy? What will bring you enjoyment? something that's going to be very healing, something that is going to be in the material sense. It's not going to be in your head. It's not going to be as one content creator says, airy fairy, like high in the sky. This is something that is grounded. Again, Taurus, Capricorn energy, Earth. Speaking of the practicality of the situation, and so it's meeting you where you're at. It's giving you what is it that you need, what is tangible in the situation, things that you can work with. Okay, it's an accent, or it's an addition to, it's accentuating the situation, it is adding to the situation. There's another word, it's expanding the situation. Okay, there's another word, optimization, not that one. It's building upon something that already exists. Okay, innovative could be, but I'm not getting that because that's more, I would say, Aquarius energy. But so maybe you do have Aquarius placements. A little bit of spontaneity may be required in the situation. Some type of blockage was just cleared for sure. I don't know what that was. That was creating some hesitancy or delay in a situation. Where now the door is open, okay, wide open. Okay, the door is open, it's wide open. You have two doors that have opened up as my voice is beginning to, like the frogginess from the morning, right? Door to spirit is here, and door to happiness and healing is here, right next to the sixth chakra, all right, your intuition. So you'll be receiving some nudges, some guidance. So pay attention to the synchronicities that the universe is showing you. It could come from creatures as small as a bee. It could come from just things that you see on the news, in the media. So observation is here, okay, to tell you that you'll be receiving some type of sign, some type of a message, some type of an indication, and you could possibly miss it if you're not paying attention, if you move too fast, if you jump the gun. But this is something that it's the timing is in alignment with either the season, and so just pay attention. This is observation here, the falcon. So birds, creation could be speaking to you to help you own this, like to take control, but to use more assertive actions. Okay, this one is will. It's not necessarily to rush anything, it's just that there's something that has opened up where you can capitalize on in a good way, not to take advantage of anything or anyone, but the situation is, it is ripe for a positive outcome for someone here. It could be tied to, again, the resources, the finances, with this woman holding a coin. Well, we have two cards right here that's talking about some type of value, some type of thing that is very important, that you value this. This is something that could be one of your core beliefs or your value system. Let's say you put a lot of emphasis on money or materialism, or you put a lot of stock in, well, the stock market, but more so, let's say, relationships, or you put a lot of emphasis on when you like clear and honest communication and trust and things of that nature that you can't really see, but you can experience. So you could put a lot of stock on how something makes you feel versus what they're showing you. Okay, so it's maybe giving you a guide that it's not always what is presented that is the truth. The truth is truly at the soul level, and if you tune in long enough and you pay close attention, you will be able to see the reciprocal energy from that situation to tell you that, okay, this is it. Yes, you're seeing it accurately. This is the truth about the situation. It may require some patience, or you could have been um, you could have been waiting for this, right? With this patience, number 6 again. So patience is here, okay, because someone could have been attached to a situation and it wasn't giving, it wasn't showing you what you needed to see. Um, or maybe you were attached to, let's say, an old way or old form, a way of doing things that it wasn't really serving your highest good. For someone in the collective here, monkey. So this situation is requiring a bit of flexibility, and so if you're used to one thing, again, the exploration is here. Is okay, find another way to do this thing. Okay, find another way to either invent yourself or find another way to recreate the situation or create a new situation. It requires a level of either study or reviewing, reviewing some past things that you've already created. Okay, looking at how things went down in the past for some reason. Number 11 could be sync for someone, or you've been seeing 1111 for some reason, and you would have to look up to see what that means. But it looks like there is some type of activation, or let's say a challenge that you have already gone through, that like that's the past energy, and with this new situation it's for you to hopefully you took some mental notes to see how things went down versus how it's feeling now, and that can be the comparison that you need. So again, tune into how a situation is making you feel rather than what it's looking like on the surface level. So I'm speaking to someone who values more soul connection, something that is more, it has more breadth and more depth, and it is more authentic in nature. It's very raw, or let's say it requires a certain level of vulnerability and honesty. Okay. Okay, so from the past situation, it could have been just a lot of opinions, a lot of arrogance, and maybe an unwillingness to compromise the situation. It's going to be like, again, meeting of the minds, the ability to compromise, given a little, where you can have a little bit of what you want, but in a more balanced sense, okay? The Chinese zodiac of the monkey came out 1992, could be significant. 2016 could also be significant. And the tiger. And so it could have been that in the past something was not compatible, like going after something, yes, your happiness, however, it wasn't compatible. So it may have brought a sense of discomfort, or like you didn't see the growth that you wanted to see in the situation, even though you put a lot of effort into it. And so even though you put a lot of effort into something, it doesn't mean that it's going to grow if it's not in alignment with what's for your highest good. So keep that in mind. Okay, Capricorn is coming out again. So December 22nd to January 19th, that could have been the season of Capricorn, that something transpired, something could have occurred during Capricorn season, or something may occur in Capricorn season. All right, airplanes could be significant, some type of travel possibly. All right, so Capricorn does speak about Saturn. Saturn is the father energy, it's the teacher, it is the more disciplined aspect of a situation, or maybe the personality is just very disciplined or structured, and maybe that's you, or maybe this situation is requiring more, it's more stable because of the discipline that it brings. Okay, there's more wisdom, there's this is resulting in something that will endure. Okay, so this is a lasting energy here. Okay. And again, I think it ties to the past, where perhaps last winter, maybe you were involved with something and it was very materialistic. It just was not grounding. It could have been a lot of emotions involved, but there was nothing earthy that held it together. That's devil energy, okay? The world in that situation is a sense of, okay, this was perhaps teaching you a very valuable lesson on yourself, your personality, your truths, and choosing according to not just these passions, but situations that will give you what you're putting into the situation equally. Okay, again, the Libra energy here is crowning the read, to be honest, with the Taurus, right? That's air and that's earth. Okay, so could be speaking to an air sign and one who has strong air placements, and then someone who has a lot of earth grounded energy. um, so that's interesting, air and earth. I'm getting like the seasons. The seasons. Okay, so that's around spring, right? Taurus. If you think about spring, let me see if I'll get this card a little closer without that one falling. No. Okay, epic fail, right? That's how you can see it, right? Or the card fell, right? Simplifying a situation. So this, look at all the fruits around the horn, right? So I'm getting growth, right? Growing something, cultivating something. It takes time when you're trying to grow something that's going to endure. It doesn't happen overnight. And that's why that card for patience is here. This doesn't happen overnight. It requires a sense of dedication, Capricorn energy, a sense of determination, a sense of discipline. Like you're going to have to work towards this thing for a good while, or this situation is not going to just fall away, especially once it's grounded. It's a sense of stability. I do have a card out here that does say, hold on, see if I can get it to stay up. Probably not, now that I moved the thing. Okay. Hold on, let's see. I know, right? Like, okay, what are you doing? Hold on. Let me get this one back up and then maybe. So again, it's something about working together. If you're trying to do it by yourself, that's probably why it hasn't been working, because you're doing it by yourself. But maybe two is better than one, right? Two things working together could, it's a message here somewhere about the two working together, but I don't know if this is going to align anymore. And maybe that's why I got these other cards out here. Let's see. And it seems like that's staying up for now. Do I want to put, let's try to put this right here. Okay, whatever. Where were we? It may require the assistance of another person for something to land or stick, okay? There's the stability card I was just mentioning, okay? It's the turtle energy, okay? And we saw patience because the turtle, you know, the land creature or land and water creature, like it goes very slow. It's a very slow moving energy. It takes time, but there's a focus, there's an end goal, right? And if you take your time towards this end goal, you will have a sense of, you know, where's that happiness card? It's out here twice, and I'll show you the other card, okay? Number 34, again, that goes to 7. So I said to you earlier, the number 7 or 777 could be something that you're seeing, a whole heap. Here is, trying to cover something up there. It does say happiness on the card. Dolphins playing. Again, water. Okay, so you could have water placements as well with the turtle and the dolphin coming out. So stability and happiness, like that seems like it's the end goal. Okay, there's a couple of cards here I haven't quite explored yet. Let's see if we're gonna look at that real quick. Which card should we use for those? Okay. Okay, so it could be that there's something that you're not seeing or realizing about your own strength, okay? Or you're not even realizing that, wow, this has already occurred. It's already happened. So you might be pleasantly surprised about a situation. The dove could be speaking to you as well. Another air energy, a very gentle guide. So you could be connecting with an energy that is it's different from yours. You could be very let's say ambitious, like go-getter, outgoing, spontaneous. This energy may be just a little quieter. We have patience out here, and it's next to the door to spirit with the dove. Okay. And the stability. I showed you that one with the sea turtle. What's this saying? This is the second time the Libran is coming out. There it is right there. Here it is again. It does speak about relationships or beauty. So the beauty of this alignment or these relationships, okay? Or the beauty of doing something with a partner. Like, well, that's amazing, right? I said when I was trying to finagle those cards, and it's two is better than one. That's the theme here. Two is better than one. Beauty. There's a different way of doing something where it's not going to be where you're doing it solo dolo. It's not going to be just you doing it by yourself. There's going to be someone that is assisting you or working with you and helping you to bring something together. I'm not quite sure what the something is, but you will know, I'm sure. You will know. So the beauty is out here. This is beautiful, right? Or the situation is beautiful. You could value beauty, like that could be one of your value system. Like you treasure things that are beautiful. And so if this is a beautiful partnership, there's going to be a protective energy around it, right? Well, hopefully not too protective where it becomes like, oh, there's jealousy and envy and distrust, mistrust, because of, let's say, a past experience, right? You have to temper something, okay? This is moderation. Look at all the fire behind that hippopotamus and the guru, number 32, okay? So you have to, oops. Okay, there it is. Okay. You gotta temper something, okay? There is an opening. There is, I said, a door. This is number 7 again with a snake creation. 43, right? Something that is being created, and it's coming from the heart. And look at the root, something that is rooted, it's grounded in your truth, right? So, or you're being asked to just, whatever you're creating, temper yourself, okay? Just be patient. Don't be so overly attached to anything. Use your intuition to guide you in the direction that you are supposed to go in. And that could be what is changing now, okay? Where before you may have taken charge of a situation and maybe you were overzealous and maybe you put a lot of investment into something that perhaps did not give you the return. Well, that would create a sense of hesitation if something new presents. You're like, okay, well, wait a minute. However, what I'm seeing here is that this is some type of balanced partnership, like shaking of the hands. All right, this is some type of working together. okay, where it creates harmony, okay? Seventh house again, it's this card, the Libran energy. This is someone that is cooperating with you better. This is someone that will help you get to the end, whatever the goal is, Capricorn energy, what you're trying to achieve. This is that energy that will be able to do that with you. They may, or the situation may present very differently. It may look different, and we talked about Aquarius energy and innovation and exploration. Like, okay, so you may have to look at something differently, do it a new way, be creative. This is about your creative expression, something about beauty again, Leo. Okay, so if you were very focused on appearance, Aries energy, you may have to come out of that, and you may have to do it differently. Okay, with Uranus here, it may require you to really again feel with the heart, right? Feel with the heart, okay, and allow spirit to guide you through this right here. Okay, try not to be so attached perhaps to the outcome of a situation. Be aware of things that are going to be communicating, or that you are already communicating, by way of body language, by way of intonation, by way of just your posturing, how you are, say something about how you're saying things, or how another person is saying things. Like, pick up on the subtleties, because there's messages. Okay, message in a bottle, but there's messages in those exchanges. Be aware of your thoughts also. Your thoughts create, right? It's right next to creation. So your thoughts are creating something. So be aware of your thoughts, okay? And the moderation can mean that you have a lot of willpower behind this, and it may require some temperance, okay? Again, I'm being guided to this card. It may just require you to temper something, okay? Unexpected change with Uranus is out here, so I may have to look at that a little bit. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. This is that energy I was feeling, like with the willpower, the fierceness, okay, the Wolverine spirit. All right, you may be called to temper that just a little bit, or let go of that. Yeah, you may have to let go of that and allow the intuition to guide you into a more tempered space, okay? Because there is a lot of fire out here, okay? What else? We want to look at there's two cards I said that I didn't look at yet. The lynx and the deer. What are those two cards speaking about? That says peace. It's the gorilla. 11, 13 could be a sync for you. This is someone who has definitely surrendered a situation, a past situation, and is just resting in their own strength. The gorilla is a very powerful animal, right? And its sword is like it's down, its mask is off, and shield is laying on the right next to it. So this is not fighting for things. This is just allowance here, okay? Being okay to allow things to just come into your life with just ease. It's what number is this? Number one. Number one. Number one could speak about like the best choice, what's first, or just you being a leader in a situation, right? This energy is very calm, very peaceful energy. That's how you'll know the difference also from the past situation. This brings more peaceful and balanced, patient energy. You won't have to compete with this right here. The spiders coming out is speaking about a connection. Okay. Yeah, it's speaking about a connection, okay, with the tarantula and the owl. All right. There's the last card I'm going to probably have to use because I'm hearing some movement in the background. So intuition is here with the cats. So it looks like you're being guided towards a situation. It's a connection that's being formulated or created at this time. Wisdom is here. Use wisdom with how you're communicating in the situation. Try not to rush the process. Try not to be motivated by fear because it does kind of cripple situations and cause you to miss out on certain things. So try not to allow fear in the picture. I'm gonna pull these Lilith could be speaking about some things that you did not or were unafraid to look at, but you're going to be forced to look at it in this dynamic possibly. We're going to look at some of the signs, zodiac signs possibly, or moon or sun signs that this could be relevant. So the 11th house, Aquarius energy, right? Air sign for sure. This could be a group or community that you've already connected to. A group activity, friends, someone you already socialized with or you already connected with. So the next card, Cancer. Wow, Cancer is water sign, July 21st to June 22nd. Moon energy, again, I just mentioned Lilith, so something about the feels, the emotions, something about summer. Remember, shadow side would be like being clingy, insecure, and contradicting like your truth. So running away from what you know is good for you. So this is also receptive energy. Generosity is family oriented, is very giving and nurturing the dynamic that you're coming into alignment with. This is the 12th house. 12th house is Piscean energy. Again, another water here. So this is something that maybe you're not seeing it clearly yet because of the feels. So about the feels, just again, make sure that what you're feeling is not like the apprehension or the discomfort. Make sure it's not tied to maybe a past situation that hasn't fully been released or that you're still attached to. This secretive 12th house, I don't know why that keeps coming out. So there's some type of alliance, some secret, something hidden. It could be that someone doesn't want to give over their power into a relationship or into a situation, or they have some fears about working with another person. Okay, Aries is out again. This is, I think, the second time Aries is coming out. First time Aries came out, which I was talking about earlier, your actions and your desires. Number 52 could be a sync for you. Making sure you're not wearing a mask, that you're being your authentic self, that you know your truth, your balance, and how you are presenting yourself. And then it's talking about, yes, self-expression and self-image or the appearance of something. What motivates you also. We talked about the willpower and the desires, okay? So you could be an Aries, you can be a Pisces, you can be a Cancer, or have these placements in your chart, as well as Aquarius energy. So we have water, fire, air at this time. We'll do one more, or whatever comes out. Ooh, this could be, speaking of, there's Uranus again, right? So something is definitely changing as far as how it looks possibly and how it feels to you. Uranus also is aligned with the Aquarius energy. So this can be unplanned. It's unplanned change perhaps, or it's a significant change. Take it how it resonates, okay? This could be something that's happening online, something about technology, new beginnings. We talked about creation already. And Leo energy is also about creation, okay? Sun energy is out here, which is very healing. It's very apparent. This is something that you're not going to miss. Once you connect the dots with what took place in the past, this is something that you're not going to miss. It's going to be in your face. Aquarius, strong Aquarius placements. Whoever this is, you definitely could be an Aquarius or a progressive individual, very independent, very revolutionize, let's say, ideals and You have specific objectives that you want to see either manifest or implement. Okay. That's the message. Okay. I'm looking at a card that does say anxiety, so it could be creating some anxiety or some angst in the situation, especially if it's tied to love. Okay. It could create some anxiety, some angst. Leo energy again with the South Node. Someone can view love as, if we're talking about love as, oh, love is a battlefield, right? If you've come out of something that was painful or difficult, right? But this dynamic, I don't see it as a battlefield. Perhaps the battle is in your mind, Mercurian energy that you would have to look at how you are communicating to yourself. This looks like a very powerful alignment, situation that can really solidify a lot of the goals and plans that you have been working on. And so this is the Sun again, just to take leadership when this change appears or during this change. Like I'm getting own it, right? This is happening for you, not against you. This is perhaps a gift from the universe. Our energy with the intuition, right? These are two powerful cards that speaks about, okay, the door, like it's tying to this door to spirit, right? You're getting guidance, okay? Trust your intuition. These are two different card decks, so trust your intuition. You are getting the support that you need from the higher ups, okay? In manifesting this thing again, it's paying attention to the signs. There's something that's going to be giving back to you in abundance that you may not even realize. Okay. You could be counting something out like not an option when it is actually the best option. So there's that. Okay, the situation should feel very peaceful. It should not create like the past experiences of angst. You are required to be truthful with yourself in this situation. Just be honest, okay, with yourself. Okay, it has the potential to be very stable, very nurturing energy. Cancer, okay, it will require some actions that you are guided to take, and this action is going to be in alignment with what makes you happy, what brings you joy. Okay, now this secret card this has been stumping me, but maybe you already know. So this could be just for you, like you may have the answers that has been given to you by your intuition, by your spirit guide, your team, through the nudges from the universe. And it could be just for you to keep it on the down, or keep it like maybe just protect it. Keep it to yourself for now as things develop, perhaps. I don't know, guys, but that's the message. Let me know if it resonates, okay? And talk to you next time.